Good morning. We are 10 to 7 group of engineer electromechanical. We are going to talk about automation drilling station. My name is Alondra Salvador. Introduction. Is a project programming for PLC isolated language. I use it to perform and drilling operation of temporary part. This station must be operated both automatically and in addition to having a reset and casting machine is required to be as initial operating precaution. Justification. We see project as a possibility to automate the drilling process carried on B station which IOS grade emphasis to on I final. Pro this IOS to reducing and titan of operating and favor errors or defects. General and intention. Current and release process to repair using the iron brawling and PLC special objects. Generate and graphics for the system and automatic states and reset and crawling indicator second and conditions. Created the program a leather language and to automatically and portion and drilling the part.
My name is Gustavo Valdez. Theoretical framework, automation. Is the project it's one on the most important parts it involves the control of automation on the drilling station in various processes in the industry. Some tasks are very require great expression, are very dangerous and are difficult to perform for one person. An automated system can be divided into parts: the commands and the operational. The operation controls and the elements tasks are required on the machine. PLC, Program and Logic Controller, and relates process technology that are some various queries process to be controllable. Discuss a programming language. Armors with one or most used in the lender. This program is counts on various truths that this person in arrears managed to carry out the seed operation. PLC can be configured in various ways to respond to receipt information and act in the receipt manner being sent out to single the components.
My name is Alberto and I'm going to tell you about grapes and game. Grapes. The grapes graphic functional document tape transition is a model of graphic representation that emerged in France in 17 after the collaboration of various automata manufacturers. It is functional diagram that describe the evolution of the process to be automated. Its purpose is to indicate the barrier of logical system in sequential mode. It describes the barrier of the system in response to the input signals it receives. It is defined with some graphic elements and some evolution rules that reflect the dynamics of the systems. It represents system states that perform various actions with conditions required to move from one state to another. Phase. The states represent age of the states of the system. States are represented by means of a square with number or symbol set state definite. Figure 1. Example of states with its associated action. The initial state is marked with a door box as can be seen in the image. The gamma is a graphic with that allows to represent in a simple and understandable way the different operating modes of a production factory, as well as the ways and conditions to switch from one model to another. This reconsiders if the machine is running stop or if it has an error. This group contains all the operating models necessary to obtain production, that is to say, those of normal operation F1 to F3, and those of test and verification F4 to F6. F1 normal production, F2 preparation run, F3 closing run, F4 verification march, F5 verification march in order, F6 test run.
My name is Jesus Marin, and I'm going to talk and you about general description. On the following page, my process that carry out the tropical representation of the program intended for the workstation be means of graph set. The structure of the program in letter language is with a clear description of the process and the various subroutines. Perspective. Develop the ladder programming necessary for the automatic control of the workstation, or in the reset, it's the required to be very clear about the order that moves and the carry of the sequence the perform your tasks, the facilitate this work we consider are the possible input and output of the machine, and how the make use the test along with some global variables. After considering the possible variables, the test design of the crab set begin. So the sequence the follow depending on the whether the selector in the mode automatic or reset. After several revision of the modification, the objectives was the generate a program a leader language that reflects and the producer the follow in the crab set.
My name is Vianey Martinez, and I am going to tell you about the result. Ladder diagram. There are several lines which call the various subroutines that take into account the operating models of the machine automatic reset, the system inputs, its outputs, and its flag programming for automatic cycle. The ladder diagram performs an automatic cycle when I detect that the operation activates the start button and proceeds to carry out the position and drilling operation of the part, programming for reset cycle. For the reset cycle, the program confirms that the workstation is in reset mode to continue its sequence. Conclusion. As called Besen, during the produce marking use of this observation, it is possible to make the ladder diagram more quickly and efficiently for the control of a workstation through PLC.